Hello, I'm Karen, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make the buttons and loops to be able to fasten your cardigans. So this is one of the adult size cardigans I did. It actually was this was actually going to be my edging, but it was actually a little bit too short, so I ended up adding on some extra rows, which did add extra around the actual collar area. So I just wanted to share with you, if this does happen to you and you do this, you can make a button right near the top, and then you can actually roll over the actual cardigan when you actually wear it, so you actually do get quite a nice looking edge just there. Okay, because this is actually a really big cardigan, I'm going to demonstrate how to do the buttons on the Antonio Juan doll cardigan. So as you can see, I've added an extra row around it, so you really do need at least 2 rows to be able to do this style of buttonhole. So what you're going to do is you're going to, let's just get this yarn. So realistically, we're going to add the buttons and the loops to this section here. So not the very edge, we're going to be, it's the one there. And then what we're going to do is I'll just do this one. So we're going to begin with a twist. And then right in the middle loop, we're going to go into that loop. You're going to come through the actual hole there and slip stitch that into place. Then on the bigger ones I did a chain of 10, but I think I can get away with a chain of 8 on the little ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're going to slip stitch back into that same space. Now I know that to start off with it's going to look very messy, and it makes the hole, so I'm just going to pull this tail end through now, and it does make this hole look really big and really awkward. Okay, but when you actually sew in the tail ends, so I'm going to just show you how to do that, you'll see that you can actually tidy it up so it looks really nice and neat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pull this tail end tight, come back through that hole that I made and go through to the inside of the cardigan there. You've got to make sure as well you hold your actual loop, because you don't want to pull it so bad that it's going to be really awkward looking. And then what you can do is just come through. So I'm just going to see if you can see that. I'm going to just stitch. So when you're doing all of your other tail ends in as well, sew them the same sort of way. You're going to stitch down the actual post of the actual stitches you've made. I'm just going to come through, just sort of doing a little over stitch, it just so it hides your work. And then we're going to go into this area where we've already done stitches. I'm going to just come into here and pull the tail end through there. I like to go back, I like to make sure that I'm snagging into the actual work underneath. Make sure that you haven't actually come all the way through the back though, because if you can see your needle, it's going to leave you a line. So you just want to make sure that you go into there, pull that through, oops, and cut that piece off there. And then oh yeah, by the way, if you're wanting to do it as in the traditional way, so ladies' buttons go on the left and gentlemen's buttons go on the right, but for the sake of this one, I'm not being any kind of politically correctness, I'm just showing you how to do it. So we're going to pull that through just the same as we did with the other one. Work down, you can either work down the same stitch like I'm going to do, or you can actually come down one of your other stitches. Just do that nice little these like little overlapping stitches, come into the section where you've already worked before. Make sure that's really nice and tight, because at the end of the day this is going to be used a lot, so you want to make sure they're really nice and secure and they're not going to come undone. So that's your actual little loop into place. So I've done the loop to match the actual edging on mine. And then what I'm going to do is show you as well. So if you're going to do a contrast button, which we're going to work it into the opposite side, and I'll show with you how we're going to do that. So we're going to make the actual button. Remember that we've been doing this V8 stitch, so we're going to do the V8 stitch again. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. yarn over and work into the first chain and go just underneath one loop, and yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, chain two for the second one, underneath those two loops there, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Now you're going to put your hook through the first loop and then into the second loop, so it's like that, and then you're going to pull that through and you're going to work single crochet. We're doing 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet to join, cut off the tail end and pull that through. Now we're going to just get this, so the very tail end that you've just cut off, you're going to thread that one onto your needle, because at the moment both your tail ends are going to be like this side of the button and we want to make sure one goes to the opposite. So we're going to put that, so where you've actually finished, put the needle through the stitches there, that last little bit of there, and then you're going to work this, so you're going to go underneath the stitches and try and make sure that your needle is going to come out opposite the other side, like that, so you've actually got one each side. Okay, now you're going to go, so remember, so you want this to match the opposite side, so that side there, so it wants to go on this one. But what you're going to do is you're going to just put the button over the section that you want it to be, just you can drop, so then it's easier probably to do it this way around. One tail end is going to just go through the actual space, so just straight through that space there, and then the other tail end is going to come over the 3 posts and you just pull that through, and then I'm left the needle on because I'm going to sew in the ends. What we're going to do then is just tie it into a nice knot, so that's nice and secure, and then again like that, and then you're going to come back through those same spaces that you've already come through, and you're going to work your tail end into the actual button itself so that the tail end is hidden nice and neatly, and we can cut off that one there, and then we're going to get the other tail end there and put that through the actual space and work that one into the button as well, so that it's all nice and tidy. This is going to keep your button really secure, but what you can do as well, if you're making buttons for outfits, you can always make a few spare like manufacturers do. So there you can see we've got the button and we've got the loop, so we can actually do that kind of button fastening, so you're actually going to fasten up your cardigan. Okay, so that's if you want to do those kind of things. Obviously I've done mine in contrasting colours so you can actually see. There's no sleeves on this one as well, but because the way this is going to fit the Antonio Joan doll, this will fasten here, but the rest of it will sort of spray out sort of that way around. We've got enough time actually. I think what we can do is just, I know everything's a bit messy right now, so let's just take off the other cardigan. So realistically, I think to be able to get a really nice fitting to the cardigan for the Antonio Joan doll, if you wanted it to fasten up nicely, do you know when I was showing you how to do the undersleeves under the armhole section, and here we've just done 1, I would suggest to do the 3 like we did for the teddy. And then what's going to happen here, get the hood in the right place and move your arm out of the way because it sort of pulls it, and then that way we can actually fasten the button just there. I know the colours look really awful together, but just so you can see, and obviously putting on those extra things has caused the hood to come bigger, but it's still a nice looking little outfit. Okay, so just so that you actually can just see how it all actually works, just need to pull that down a little bit because I think it's just there. And this yarn as well, I can see it's got I think as they was spinning the actual yarn, they've actually managed to capture some different colours in there. But there you go. So that's how to do buttons and the little loops. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. I do really appreciate everybody that's subscribed to my channel. This is another one of my videos which is part of my 100,000 subscriber thank you patterns. So I really do appreciate you all very much. And there we go, look. So okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. Bye for now.